very heated discussion today because this is getting to a point where it's just crazy and it shouldn't be this way. I'm close enough to a cell tower. I get 3 bars, but I have to keep resetting the network. I have to keep resetting my phone every time I want to use it to do something because there's a problem with the cell tower. I've been complaining to them about it for a long time. Since I've been here, I've been saying like, look, I got great signal. Now all of a sudden, after probably about a month of being here, all of a sudden signal just gets really crappy, and it's really starting to get to a point where it's irritating me because yeah, this is affecting me in a way I don't want it to affect me. But anyways, I'll wait for you guys to get in here. I'm doing some dishes. We're gonna do our morning update. And then after the morning update, me and Verizon are gonna have a nice little conversation. And we're going to see if we can get this resolved. I probably got to call my old man and see if I can get him to kind of help me throw some weight in there. Because yeah, this is just crazy. I can't do a live stream. I've been out in the middle of nowhere and gotten better signal or better connection with less bars than I have here. What's up, Chris? Okay, so this is part of the 30-day AI challenge. Okay. So let's talk about the morning update. Let's talk about the things that are going on past Verizon and my irritation, because you got to realize, like, being part of the digital economy, when you have an inconsistent network, that's going to affect you. The fact that I have to keep resetting my phone as often and as much as I do, it's not necessarily the amount of data that I'm using. Although I got to say, I looked at my data usage just for my phone this month, and it's somewhere around 1 terabyte of data usage. So I use a lot of data. So but on the same sense, that data is downloading things I need to download, uploading things I need to upload, watching content as part of my self-education, stuff like that. So throughout the day, I also I give myself a couple of hours. For me, it's a break, but but for the average person, they'd probably still consider it work. But what I do is during the middle of the day, because I just need to kind of unwind and transition from one subject to the next, is I will sit back and self-educate using YouTube uh, for at least an hour or two throughout the day. One, this gives me a chance to unwind and to kind of relax, because I find learning to be relaxing. And then, on the other hand, it allows me to transition, kind of like recharges my battery, because the stuff I'm listening to is inspiring me. I'm not talking about inspiring me in the sense of like, oh yeah, make $1 million in 90 days and stuff like that. I think that those numbers are actually unrealistic. That's just my opinion. But as a newbie, I think that somebody who's seasoned, is native to technology, has, and stuff like that. Now we do hear stories of like kids that don't know what they're doing that still do it, but what they're doing to be able to make it, it's not like they make a video and say, hey, come on over to my website and check it out. No, they're putting out in a 30-day period of time, they're probably putting out 100 to 150 pieces of content per platform, just to be able to do something like that. And that's a lot of that's a lot of work for one person to do. I mean, it's a full-time job. What's up, Alfred? I love your new home. Okay, yeah. Well, thanks, Cure. But as it all goes, it just okay. Yes, okay. Um all right, but just kind of getting on topic, you can't. I think the realistic thing, because one of the things that I see in the comments a lot is people will say, "Hey, one thing I like about what you're doing is that it's not. I'm not sitting there saying, oh yeah, you can make $500 and I made $1 million in this period of time and stuff like that. What you're doing is just kind of being realistic about it. And because honestly, if you're going to get people interested, you gotta let them know the realistic expectations of it. And so I guess in a lot of ways, I'm learning that a lot of those people that say, hey, yeah, I earn this, yeah, if you're going to sit there and just become a salesman, and then at that point in time, like I don't I've done the whole salesman run. I did that in my 20s. I did a lot of sales, and um just the way that I feel about sales, unless I'm doing it in a specific way, I'm not comfortable doing it. And I have, as I've been told by those that I respect and that respect me, is that I do have I do have a set of ethics, um, and it's just in those ethics. I have a certain. At the end of the day, I want to be okay with the way that I make my money. I don't want to like when I was on trail, I really hated the fact that I had to rely on my tip jar to be able to survive. But as part of my whole learning curve and all this other stuff that I was going through, it was just one of those moments where I just kind of had to do that. And as I've grown and stuff like that, I'm trying to, in my own way, um, because as a business owner, whether because here's the thing, the future of business is the future of business is some form of social media, which means you're going to have to do some form of content creation, whether you just want to do faceless, whether you want to do um, whether you want to do just written content. There you go, Sam. Sam gets a piece of raw bacon every morning. Whenever I cook bacon, she gets a piece of raw bacon. I figure it's better for her. Um, but okay. Oh no, I got a fork right here. Perfect. All right. But I think that moving forward, this is going to be the way business is done. Is you're going to have to be some sort of content creator. But so many people are looking for the easy route that they don't realize, like, I got lucky with my cleaning business. One, I had knowledge and experience of cleaning. I did janitorial for several years. I even got like one of my first janitorial jobs. I got trained in floor care right off the bat, which made me more valuable out in the workforce. And I developed a passion for it because I liked what I was doing. And so I understood the marketplace and kind of how it worked. A lot of people, when they go into the digital economy, when they go into the digital world, what they're going to do is it's going to seem foreign to them, even if they're transferring their skills from the brick and mortar over to over into social media. For most of us that are probably, I'd say, over the age of 35, this is still somewhat foreign to you. And even if it seems like the same, with the exception of the venue that you're using, it still feels intimidating because it's new, it's outside of the norm, it's outside of our comfort zone of what we're used to. Okay. And so therefore that creates our own little challenges. And so for those of you that are getting older and like, oh, look, I got to get into AI, but it's kind of intimidating because it's new. And I remember when I got to use a rotary phone versus what you got now. Um, but this is I think a realistic view. So can you make $500 in 30 days? Yes. If you set up your infrastructure first, you should probably give yourself at least 2 weeks of a head start. That means start kind of getting your post structure together, start getting all your other stuff together, build the funnel where you're going to have people go. So I want everybody to come to my website, aihomesteader.com. Okay, so therefore I got to build out aihomesteader.com, and I've been taking some time to get that done. But hey, what's up, Bucknut? Nice to see you, buddy. Um, if platypus, yeah. Anyways, um, but oh, is platypus here? Huh. Okay. So, but hey, what's up, Kung Fu? Okay, so at the end of the day, if you wanted to do an AI challenge, I would recommend that you do a 2 week setup before you do something like that. And a lot of now, when you go get a job, you got to go apply for a job. You got to go through the interview process, and depending upon the skill level and where you're going, because like when you're in the IT field, it could take a month to go through the interview process, because you may go through 2 or 3 interviews, because they're kind of like they're slowly going through phases, figuring out who they want to keep and who they don't. And so by the time you get to that third interview, they're deciding, do they want to offer you a job or not, and so on and so forth. And so that takes time, especially if you want a good job. Well, the same process goes with making money online, but instead of going through a long interview process, what you're doing is you're setting up your foundation, you're setting up your infrastructure, so that when you're ready to go live, you've already got everything there. You're putting content out that, and a lot of it, and this is something that I learned early on as a business owner, because I was trying to create some content on a YouTube channel for my cleaning business, was you wanted to find people's pain points. So for cleaning, it's like, okay, you want to be able to charge high dollar, but people won't give you high dollar because because your place isn't clean. You've hired a company, but that company isn't doing a good job. So what do? What is a good clean building, and what does it look like for someone to have something that will allow them to charge high dollar, because we're all about presentation. Well, you create content around that and then say, hey, look, I'm in the local Dallas area at the time. I'm in the local Dallas area. If you'd like me to come out and give you a quote. So therefore, I'm finding pain points using evergreen content. And then as like about halfway through, you're going to market whatever service, or, hey, look, yeah, I own a janitorial company in the Dallas area. If you would like to sit down and see about hiring us, reach out to me this way, or da 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 da, and then go back into the content. So that is if you want to do it where you are developing a relationship with your you're developing a relationship with your end user. Because the thing is unless you're doing something that is a brick and mortar service where it's like a one and done, I'm just looking for clients, and you're just hoping to do that, because eventually, just like telemarketers, those people, the people that just go on and sell, people will stop listening to them over time. So you got to really be forward thinking about how you're going to set it up. Because today, yeah, hey, come on over to aihomesteader.com, go into my shop. I've got 2 postcards. This is how you can help me reach my goal of $500 for in 30 days using AI. AI helped me, but those are my pictures. Come on over and support my challenge. Okay. And so people can go over there and support the challenge and do that. But see, what a lot of people are doing for this, like, oh, I want to do this $500 challenge, is that's what their whole content is around. Instead of offering solutions, they're just sell, 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 sell. But if you want to set something up that is going to be more fruitful and bear fruit for longer, my suggestion is that you not necessarily like, shooting for $500 is good. And it depends upon, like, I'm selling things for $2. I got to sell like 200 or 300 of those things in order to make the goal, if I was just relying on those things. Okay. So some people have higher ticket items. I could get 1 or 2 clients in a month, and that could get me $500. It just depends upon what it is that you're putting off, and so on and so forth. Okay, that's really what it boils down to, and that's what I'm really learning about this whole make money online with AI. Because just like a lot of you guys, I'm a beginner at all this. I have the business experience, I have some technological experience, but doing it using this medium is still something that is foreign to me in a lot of ways. So let me get this. But that's just kind of that's just my take on this. So what's a realistic goal? If I make an extra 150 to $200, I'm gonna feel like I had a success. Because the thing is about a challenge, what are you going to take with you? You're going to take with you the experiences and what you learned that was positive and productive, and you're going to get rid of the things that weren't positive and productive. And so I think that for me moving forward, I've learned a lot of things that have helped improve where I'm going, that it's going to be heavily integrated into my whole into my whole thing. And so yeah, maybe I started off with a $500 challenge and maybe I only made like 150 bucks, but then what did I take from it and what can I use long term? Samantha, go lay down. What can I do long term? You see, that's the $1 million question, and that's really the purpose of doing a challenge. So I invite you guys, if you've never done AI, if you've never even played around with a chatbot like ChatGPT, I recommend getting used to it. You might find something valuable about it that you can apply to your life that will help you improve your marketability in the marketplace. Okay, because I think that in the future, this is how the world is going to be. We've already crossed that precipice, what people are calling the singularity. Okay, so but this is just my opinion. uh you have the right to do as you wish. Okay, so let's turn that off for a second. I'm gonna get to questions, but I want to get my eggs in a bowl. Usually I eat my bacon, but I was so enthralled in all this. And then I'm going to get to you guys' questions. So if you guys have questions, make sure you put them in all caps so I can read them. Because if chat gets, as chat goes, you guys have your side conversations. But I may have to skim through it just because, like, no, I haven't been able to pay attention to the chat like I normally do. So, there we go. All right, I got me some bacon, I got me some eggs, and now I'm a happy camper. Okay, so let's see about some of these questions. A little bit crispier than usual. Okay, so let's see. Bucknut. Okay. What's up, Kung Fu? Okay, good. What other type of merch might I sell on my site? That's a good question. I have to migrate. So right now, my shop is over on Patreon. Like that's where I have like some of my digital goods and stuff like that. Um, there are there are there are some things. So not only the postcards, but I really want to work on bringing like the shirts and stuff like that in house. That way I can just have a few when it comes time to ship them out. I can ship them out. If I want to give some away, I can give some away because I've already paid for them and get them at a much lower cost than what I'm paying for Teespring. And I don't have to worry about that. But I think a lot of it's going to be digital goods like posters, or wallpaper, whatever you want to use. I'm working on because you said something about tuckisms. I'm working on tuckisms. Um, you guys know the one major one that I live by, and see, these are all the different ones that I live by. So, um, I'm writing them down because I want it to be more like a maxim. But what you do to others, others will do to you. Um, you teach others how to treat you by the way you treat them. You know, things like that, because it'll have more sentimental value. It's geared towards marketing to the local, or marketing to the audience versus just trying to market to random Joes like, hey, I got this service I'm offering. Now, I probably will be putting, like, for like maybe $2 or $3, I'll be putting some of my prompts up as well. So like if you want your own fryer bot, I want to create a template, um, so that you can input your information in there, and it will fix all. It will help you build it and tailor it to you, um, with the certain parameters that I've set. So therefore, tears make great lube. Tears make great lube. That is true. Uh, mm, um, 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 with that. Nowhere is your cash tag. People. Yeah, I've redesigned that. Redesigned that shop. Um, I've gotten rid of the Cash App one. I got rid of most of the stuff I had in there. Like, I only kept the stuff with my original logo on it, and the feelings not facts um line. But I'm creating new ones because what I created I really wasn't proud of. I really didn't have that much creativity in me in this sense. I think that I kind of want to put it, because I mean I wasn't selling any of the damn shirts, so my design sucked. Mm, mm. Yeah, I know. I've been trying to. You know what? I don't think that they're going to be doing them because I wanted to metal cup myself. That's why I had to go to. That's why I had to go to the porcelain cup. Um, they must be completely out of them on all lines. I don't know why, unless this is part of some embargo that I don't know about. Mm. Are you selling now? Either change. Well, it's only been up for a couple of days. I really haven't put any marketing material. AI Homesteader ER AIHomesteader.com. Mm. But um in my and then it's only been up for a couple of days. I need to start funneling traffic there. But I was trying to integrate my spring shop into my website, but I'm having trouble there. Mm. I'm having eggs. Um, it looks like the locals are starting to sell eggs now. I bought I bought a I bought a dozen eggs for $4, $5 is what the store sells them for. I bet they're giving more than the feed store next door, but I was able to use my food stamps for it, so cool. Mm-mm. No, that's the one thing about living out here. Some of the stuff. Oh, and she's begging. See, no, get your butt back up there. Mm-mm. Actually, you know what? I want you there. Hold on. Okay. Ours are $9 still. To fix that. Um. What are you doing to fix what you complain about? Might be saying you can put on something. Oh. Um. Okay. Maybe I misread that. Okay. Facts don't care about. Okay. Hold on. I'm missing. Hold on. Let's see here. Talkisms. Okay. Facts don't care about your feelings. AIHomesteader.com. Eggs, rich. Okay, Samantha not even begging for eggs. No, she's um um I am I'm yeah, what am I doing to fix this? Well, um a lot of it is just I'm asking questions. I was kind of at a stopping point when I was working on my website last. So I will end up getting it fixed. I've also got to work on memberships. Samantha, get out of there. I'm working on memberships too because I'm having a problem getting it to propagate over to Square because I had to change my merchant services from just direct to my bank to that. Like all this stuff is being fixed. I'm just letting you know the problems that I have as far as the shirts go. Um, I'm still having trouble getting paid out from Teespring from the one shirt that I was given. I've sent in a ticket. I haven't had a chance to follow up on that ticket yet because I did it like 2 days ago. Giving them enough time. I think they say it takes like 24 hours for them to respond to begin with. So I should have some sort of response and to reach out to them about that. There's a lot of different things that I'm having issues with. I'm just letting you know I am working on fixing them though. Mm. Um, and as far as as far as the tin cups, um, I really, yeah. As far as the tin cups go, that's why I'm looking for a different type of company to go through, because I know that the tin cups will be a big seller. Um, because I love them. I think that I really wish I wouldn't have tossed my other one, just because it was damaged, from flinging it against a brick wall all the time, though. Mm, mm. um. Okay. Maybe. Mm, um. On cardboard power outlet. No, that's the ceiling. So, cardboard. You should buy a pen so you can sketch designs. I'm not an artist. I have to rely on AI for that. And that's just one of the things that I've never been good at. I like to try and draw, but I can't get past stick figures. Mm, mm. Shirt with your logo on the front and the back. Yeah, well, so I should put it on the back. Um, yeah, I probably should. Okay. Well, eggs are $6.49 in Jersey. What I typed is a logo suggestion about doing fixed complaints about. Okay, I'm still confused. All right. Oh, okay. All right. Um. Oh, now I get it. Okay. Um. That's one way to look at it. Okay. That's something. Hold on. Let me go back and read this. I know. I'm sorry but this is important. Actions speak louder. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. Um. Okay. Okay. Now I'm caught up. Now I got it. Brass. What were the best flasks made of? Okay. Um. You want a shirt with your face on front. Okay. Um. I really don't want pictures of my face around. Not unless it's a wanted poster. uh. No, the cups were. I think they were tin. They were. They weren't steel, but it felt like it. I mean, it was durable. I mean, it was a lot more durable than this cup here. Like the thing was, is it had porcelain paint, and every time I would set my backpack down, because my cup was on the outside, it would hit the brick wall. So all the porcelain paint got chipped. It was the it was the give a damn mug. Yeah. Mm, sorry. Okay, so men who go to bed with itchy butt wake up with stinky finger. That is funny. Um, yeah, you might you might have to uh you might have to email that one to me. I and then I want to put a picture of Sam's butt with her tail in the air, and then just kind of have that as a saying. What do you think? Would that be funny as what? Um, um, uh, okay. Stainless has uh oh it was just like an old style hobo cup. Is really what it was. Okay. Okay, yes. Yeah, that's better because like yeah, I'm on one subject and then I kind of yeah I'm trying to I got into the comment. So what am I working on today? Like I said, I want to get a couple hours in on my website, but I want to get Saturdays and Tuesdays video up, or at least Tuesdays video starting in the production process. because I'm really looking forward uh, to making that video. Um, Anyways, those are the things that I really want to work on. But my main focus on my website is now that we've got the downloadable products, um, now that we've got the downloadable products issue fixed, and from now on, if you purchase, it's going to go through Square instead of through WooCommerce, because there's $4 and I don't know what the hell happened to it. It's up in thin air. Because Beth and my old man, they both purchased one of them to kind of test out the site. They got the downloads, but I haven't seen the deposit. I don't know where to go and say, hey, I need the deposit. So I just integrated Square because I used my old business account from when I had my janitorial business, so it's already set up. It's already got everything. You are going to see now on the receipt. You will see a company name. I am looking to, as soon as possible, I think I'm going to pay like the $10 or $15 to reserve the name for 90 days. But it's AI Rebel Ventures is what is. I'm going to create an LLC to be able to house everything that I do. And so therefore, when I pay taxes, it's going to be under my LLC. It's not going to be under me, my direct name. And then therefore, this is part of, like I said, setting up the infrastructure. But yeah, anyways, smiling face on the front, a stern face on the back. What's up, DFH? But I don't know. If I did do a picture, it would be the one of me in Washington, D.C. in front of the dispensary. If I was going to do any picture on a shirt, that would be it. How about making... what do you mean? You mean, oh, okay. So like a template so that they can just copy paste it and print it on their own. That's a good idea. Something like that would be a free giveaway, though. Come on over to my website, sign up. You get the free download. You get something like that. Okay. I can create a template for that, and it'll be a free download. It'll be a way to funnel traffic. That way, nobody has to worry about paying for it, because it's just something to build value. You know what? That wouldn't be half bad either. Yeah. I would do the I'd do the label template. Because that's easy. You just got to get it in the right format. The thing is what I can do is put a suggestion in on printer paper, like sticky side printer paper. That way you can you get you can order it, and then you can also, yeah, that'll be perfect. Not yeah, okay. So that's gonna be what my overall day is gonna be like. Is I'm gonna be working on getting my content ready for next week. My other channel is pretty much automated. I need to start putting out. I need to start following my short strategy. That is something. It is, but it isn't working. I'm doing it and I'm seeing results, but when I don't do it, I can see like the immediate fucking bam. Using shorts as a way to as a way to drive traffic to your long form videos is good to a point, but out of like maybe 1,000 views, you might get one or two people. Samantha, go lay down. You might get one or two people that click over. But I do notice that it does generate a lot more interest in some ways. So do it in Word so it can be formatted to Avery labels. Okay, will you text that to me, Bucknut, so that I got that? Will make folks melt because like all folks love animals. Yeah, a picture of me and a picture of my dog's ass. Yeah. I'm just gonna have to get her to walk around. I'm gonna have to zoom in on that butt with her tail in the air. So, yeah, I think Sam's in that picture with me. So, I posted it. In the community tab. If you're kind of curious to see what it looks like, it was when I was in Washington D.C. So that'd be about a year ago, 10 months ago. So, logic is beautiful flowers that smell bad. Is beautiful flowers that smell bad. Agree, Beth. Okay. Um, what's up, Dave? Dave's not here, man. Fuck. Who knows Cheech and Chong? All right. All right. Um, come on. Most of you guys, I know most of you guys are over 35, so I know you know who Cheech and Chong are. You may not have seen them in the 70s, like me. I didn't get to see him in the 70s. I got to watch him in the 80s and early 90s because my mom's like, Cheech and Chong, come on now. And so I got to sit back and watch Cheech and Chong. Yeah, that was fun. Cheech and Chong, and they what is it, Cheech? He does the cannabis festival in San Francisco every year. So, but yeah. All right, guys. So that's my deal for the day. That's what I'm going to be working on when I check in tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So be there, be square. Generally, I do it in horizontal format, not shorts format. So if you're a new subscriber, be prepared for the change in format. And I will see you guys tonight. What's up, Bushcraft?